Hi there, my name is Lucien and I'm a research analyst in the Fiscal Affairs Department of the IMF. I would like to welcome you to the IMF Summer School preview for the Virtual Training to Advanced Revenue Administration, or VITARA, Performance Management module. Why is this course important? Well, VITARA aims to help developing countries succeed in domestic revenue mobilization and meet their sustainable development goals. To deliver these objectives, tax administrations need to build their capability in key areas, including performance management. VITARA provides a very comprehensive training program for senior managers and executives in developing countries. In the module described by this preview, you will learn that performance management is about setting realistic and measurable goals at all levels of the organization, ensuring that activities are aligned to optimally achieve those goals, having in place the organizational structure and resources that can support the achievement of those goals, measuring and monitoring achievement against goals, reporting on the achievement of the goals, adapting or improving performance based on results. Performance management is cyclical, and all these elements together make up the performance management framework. In this module, you will also learn that management at all levels has a key role to play in performance management. Senior executives establish the strategic direction, thereby the strategic goals of the tax administration by identifying its future course. Middle managers are responsible for establishing operational goals and monitoring operational performance. Line managers are responsible for setting expectations and goals for their staff and for monitoring performance against objectives. Establishing a performance management framework does not need to be complex or costly. Baby steps are, in fact, encouraged. After watching this preview, we invite you to join the complete VITARA Performance Management module and to learn how a performance management framework establishes a clear line of sight between where an organization is currently at, where it needs to be, and what results achievement looks like. A registration link for the course will be available in the video's description.
In this video, let's look at the benefits of performance management to a tax administration. Performance management informs tax administrations in many ways. For example, whether they have the right organizational design, whether their reforms are achieving expected goals, whether they have the right staff in the right place at the right time, whether they are making the right decisions, whether they have effective and efficient processes, whether their systems are fit for purpose, and whether they are meeting the expectations of their stakeholders. Additionally, performance management helps tax administrations strive for better performance and balance short-term revenue targets and long-term strategic objectives. It can also help tax administrations identify their strengths and weaknesses by comparing their performance with that of their peers, and communicate openly and honestly as results are continuously monitored, evaluated and discussed. Tax administrations can learn about and correct their mistakes and celebrate victories as performance results improve. Finally, performance management creates cohesion as staff, management and the various functional areas work together to achieve common goals and targets set out in performance targets and/or indicators. However, in order to best serve the tax administration, note that performance management must continuously go through the cycle of planning, measuring, monitoring, and improving performance. The adoption of a performance management framework, or PMF, can be scaled to the maturity of the tax administration. In most countries, Parliament expects tax administrations to report their performance against strategic plans. In addition to this, for tax administrations starting their performance management journey, it should be sufficient to select a limited number of balanced measures that are believed to be the best indicators of how well the organisation is performing. Performance management at the operational level can be kept quite simple and limited to those things that lend themselves to measurement. For example, operational performance can be assessed by monitoring things like the number of telephone calls answered per employee, the number of audits performed per auditor, and the tax earned by audit on a per audit basis, etc. These basic metrics, when monitored over time, provide a real sense of how well the organisation is performing against certain targets. Lastly, performance management at the employee level is about setting expectations with employees at the start of the year and assessing their performance against those expectations at the end of the year. By doing this, both managers and employees are clear on the expected level of performance and what improvements are necessary. In summary, establishing a PMF does not need to be a complex or costly task. Strategic planning and performance management are integrally linked to one another. This video demonstrates the interplay between strategic management and performance management within a tax administration. Strategic planning is the process of setting long-term objectives for the organisation, from vision to strategies, implementing initiatives designed to reach those objectives, from goal setting to business plans, and assessing success in achieving the defined objectives, from measuring results to evaluating impact. It is a cyclical process with interim monitoring, allowing senior management to adjust course where objectives are not being met or where the environment changes and new priorities emerge. Strategic management is the responsibility of the organisation's senior leadership. Most importantly, strategic management is designed to help the organisation meet its important long-term objectives without sacrificing its short-term operational results. Performance management serves the purpose of critically informing the strategic management process, and it monitors how the organisation performs. It also demonstrates if tax administrations use their powers and resources to achieve their goals and objectives responsibly, efficiently, and effectively. Stated succinctly, strategic planning establishes the future direction of the administration, and performance management reports progress towards the future direction by determining and demonstrating the extent to which results are being efficiently and effectively achieved. This is why strategic planning and performance management are integrally linked to one another. In this video, we'll look at some benefits of having a centralised responsibility centre for performance management. Having a centre of excellence for performance management helps inform management and staff on the importance of performance management, what it is, and how it can guide managers in making better decisions. The Performance Management, or PM unit, can provide guidance on how to select performance measures and set realistic targets, ensuring the use of consistent and standard methodology across various areas. It can also provide information on how to monitor and report performance during the year as part of the annual cycle. It documents the PM cycle, processes and calendar, and establishes and ensures regular meetings of top administrators to discuss performance expectations and the like. That said, The operational managers are experts in their respective areas of responsibility, and they should take the lead in selecting and monitoring performance measures, with the central unit providing advisory services. A centralised area of responsibility also serves as the repository of the tax administration's performance information, where data is further analysed and synthesised to inform senior managers of progress against strategic objectives and operational managers of progress against operational performance expectations. Working with the Data Analytics Unit, the Centre for Performance Management could collect, process and analyse performance information from operational areas, along with data from third-party sources. Robust analysis of data from multiple sources can provide a tax administration with a fulsome understanding of its overall performance against the most challenging goals or objectives. In larger tax administrations, performance management units are often found within distinct headquarters operational programs. For example, registration, audit and compliance, taxpayer services, returns and payment processing, and arrears management and dispute resolution. These units inform operational managers of progress against goals, impact of new initiatives, and serve as an interface with the Centre for Performance Management. So now you know how centralising responsibility for performance management benefits a tax administration.
In this video, we will review some of the key learning points about performance management for tax administrations. To begin with, performance management is about setting realistic and measurable goals at all levels of the organization, and by providing adequate focus, resources, and organizational structure, and by improving human and organizational capabilities, ensuring that performance is aligned to optimally achieve those goals. Performance management need not be a daunting exercise. Establishing a performance management framework, or PMF, does not need to be complex or costly and can be scaled to the maturity of the tax administration. In fact, it is recommended that tax administrations start slow, build up their PMF carefully, and extend its coverage gradually. Performance management happens at the strategic, operational, and individual staff levels within a tax administration. Senior executives establish the strategic direction and derive the strategic goals of the tax administration. Middle managers are responsible for establishing operational goals and monitoring operational performance. Line managers are responsible for setting expectations and goals for their staff and for monitoring performance against objectives. Performance management must be operationalized from the strategic levels to the level of employee performance so that employees can see how their jobs contribute to achieving performance goals and objectives. It is the PMF that establishes a clear line of sight between where an organization is currently at, where it needs to be, and what results achievements looks like. The PMF aligns planning to measuring and monitoring of performance to the end state of reporting and validation. Finally, having a centralized responsibility center for performance management helps inform management and staff of the importance of performance management, what it is, and how it can guide managers in making better decisions. A centralized area of responsibility can serve as the repository of the tax administration's performance information. These are some of the key points you learn in this module.